What's cracking, y'all? You are now watching Boo TV. Appreciate you for stopping in. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, stay notified, and let's get into the topic for today. Welcome back to another chapter in the 1980s Celtics Boo TV reaction video playlist, which means go check out our 1980s Celtics playlist and our Larry Bird playlist as well. So again, another set of videos dug up and presented to us from fabulous subscriber, supporter, Dutch T 8354. Appreciate you, Dutch T. And today, well, she been sent this, but today I am going to check it out. The 1980 Celtics team number retirement ceremony. So Big Red will be in this. DJ will be in this. Kevin McHale. Robert Parrish. And then at the end, there will be a roughly 5.5 minute video where DJ and others discuss Larry Bird's ceremony. This should be fun, especially if you're a Celtics fan. If you're a fan of Boston sports in general, if you're a fan of basketball in general, you'll get in on this, all right? Let's check it out.
And for a report, let's send you out to Brent Musburger and Billy Packer. Brent?
All right, Pat, we've got a confrontation here this afternoon. The fourth-ranked Mustangs of SC.
As Sports Sunday rounds out your day. The French Riviera provides the backdrop for the World Triathlon theme today. And, you know, when you think basketball heavyweights, the name Arnold Auerbach comes to mind. He's been molding the game now for 35 years. And last week they honored him in Beantown, and Dick Stockton was there.
Hey, I got to get my cigar for this one. Red Auerbach, baby.
Boston lit up for Red Auerbach weekend as all the Celtic greats came home to salute the man who built the most successful sports franchise ever, and to see Reds #2 retire to the rafters of Boston Garden.
I got a real good thrill out of it. I really did. I saw those people out there, and I said, a lot of them don't even remember me as a coach. I might see these guys out there, 18, 19 years of age, 20 years of age. I know they never saw me coach.
The next day, people did get to see Red Auerbach coach against his student, Bill Russell, as the legends of Celtic history took the floor once more in a charity game. That old Celtic style was unmistakable. At the buzzer, Red lit up his traditional victory cigar.
Light it up.
One more time for
And Red, after At the Half, I light one up every now and then, too. Dick and Tommy will be back
We
with
all
the
got
second
it,
half
baby.
in a moment. I'm Pat O'Brien. Thanks for joining us at the half. Enjoy.
We all got the Big Red cigar ready to support my boy. My cigar wrap kind of cracking a little bit, but it's all right. It's all right. No, Red, truly one of the greats ever. What that dude was able to do, his decision making, he was able to, well, not able to, he was willing to make decisions with player management, especially, which many people would have taken chances or would have frowned upon the situation. Or would have been like, that's illogical. But Big Red, he was willing to take risks, and when you take risks, the rewards can be very big, and it usually turned out to pan out very well for him. And a lot of times he talked to the players. He's like, I hear what so and so is saying, I hear what doctors are saying, I hear what trainers are saying, I hear all this. But how do you feel? What do you think? I'm listening to you, the player. I love it, man. Shout out to Big Red, man. All right, next is DJ. Let's get into it.
It's just amazing what a guy that shoots 44% can do with the ball in his hands at the end of the game when the game's on the line.
Coming to the right, and he gets the pass. Goes into the lane. Jump pass back out to DJ. DJ throws. Oh, that's gone! It's gone! And no time left! It's all over! It is all over!
Action. DJ. Danny may have to take a long one. Dennis will. Hits it! Dennis Johnson with 1 on the clock hits a 3.
Old reliable.
Thomas wants to get it in quickly. Does to Lambier. Stolen by Bird on the cut to DJ. Yes! Yes!
I love how DJ gets right back on defense immediately in this play. That's focus, baby.
Unbelievable! Let's welcome number 3, DJ Dennis Johnson.
Rest in peace. And rest in peace to Big Red. DJ passed away way too early, man. Gotta mention his name with great point guards. Oh, reliable, baby.
I have always said you were the toughest defender to guard me, and I believe the best backcourt defender of all time. You were such a great contributor for the Celtics on the parquet floor that you certainly deserve to have your number hung above it and from the rafters. Congratulations on a great career. Regards, Irvin Magic Johnson, Jr. Representing the Celtics is Kevin McHale and Larry Bird.
DJ, it was a pleasure playing with you. Having you as a teammate made our job a lot easier. And this award tonight is very deserving and appropriate ending to a great career. And we wish you the very best in the future. Thank you.
Dude, who's the cameraman? I need you to pan up a little bit.
He didn't worry about stats. All he wanted to do was win. He showed everything there is about being a Celtic. Thank you.
First of all, to the team, especially to the older fellas, Robert, Larry, and Kevin, and Chris Ford. I do thank you very much for the gift, and I had the time of my life and a pleasure playing with each and every one of you. Thank you very much. And to Red Auerbach, who was smart enough to make that trade for me. I remember a long time ago, or 7 years ago, when I came here, and my first sight when I came into town is I read a paper and nobody was quite sure if I would fit in. I guess this tells me that you really let me fit in, and I do.
Another number goes to the rafters.
Hey, DJ, 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 DJ. It's got to be a great film. Dennis Johnson, one of the greatest point guards of all time, in my personal opinion. Old, reliable, so trustworthy. Larry Bird's favorite player to play with. That should tell you everything you need to know. Extremely high basketball IQ, fundamentally sound, great defensively, great offensively, could shoot, could get to the cup, could pass, could read defenses very well. Never gave up, never quit. Had a championship in his own right prior to coming to the Boston Celtics. Dude could ball, man. Dude could ball. Responsible for many iconic moments in his tenure with the Boston Celtics. And I feel like this guy's extremely overlooked. All right, let's get into the Kevin McHale video now, shall we?
His first practice with Celtics, I thought, well, I'm going to kill this guy today. Because he came in late. Went in there about the first 2 or 3 times, he blocked my shot, and I thought, we'll give this guy a little bit more respect. I mean, he actually blocked my shot the first 2 times I went in there, and I thought, boy, this guy can play defense. Well, come to find out, he's a great defensive player, but he's a heck of a lot better scorer.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Number 32 joins 2 other numbers on the 3rd banner of honor, which will hang from these Boston Garden rafters.
There are numbers on it. The description says number 32 has now joined those of the other Celtic legend raised above the garden parquet. I'm sorry, Kevin, but that's all we can afford today.
Kevin, it was a pleasure playing with you all those years. We had a lot of fun together, kicked a lot of butt. So you won't forget the big 3. We'd like to dedicate the jersey to you. It's autograph from Larry and myself. From Larry to the best posted player in the history of the NBA. Best wishes from Larry. And also for me, keep talking and don't lose your sense of humor. All right, I'd like to wish you and your family the very best in the future.
I want to thank Kevin for what he's given to the Celtics. He personifies everything we dreamed about of being a Celtic player. My thanks, Kevin, and lots of luck to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, a man who has always been willing to say a few words. Number 32, Kevin McHale.
There are so many people that you want to thank. I had 13 of the best years of my life standing in this building and playing in front of all you people. It's so hard to thank each and every one. I'd really like to thank my family, my beautiful wife, Winnie, and my 5 kids who have made being out in Boston so much fun with everybody that we've met. My mother, who gave me all the love and attention any little boy could need, and she gives all the support any man could ever have. I'd like to say a special thanks. I'd like to say a special thanks to my dad, who gave me so much, and he's not here right now, but I know he's watching. So, Dad, I tell you what, I've never been up on the rafters without you. I love you, and I'll see you when I get home.
Respect.
I look back on my career here, and it just went so fast. I played with such great players. I mean, you talk about the Tiny Archibald, the Cedric Maxwells, the Robert Parishes, the Larry Birds, Danny Ainge, DJ, Bill Walton, Seasting. I mean, those are names of players that can play the game. When we played the game, I thought the way it should have been played. When we were all healthy and we were getting after it, I knew every single night that we stepped on the court that we were going to give it our best shot. And a lot of times those were championship years, but I was lucky enough to win 3 of them here. And those were absolutely the best days of my life. It seems like it was just yesterday that I was out here playing. It doesn't seem like it was a half a year ago, but the best times of my life were spent on this parquet floor. And I remember the first time I came out here, I looked around and I thought, man, this looks a lot better on television. But it'll be a very, very sad day when this building goes, because I have so many memories here, and all those memories are made so much better by all of you people. And I can't thank you enough for making me feel like a Bostonian for 13 years and giving me all the support. And I tell you what, you made it easy to come on this court and play. I played hurt a lot, but I came out here, I looked in the stands like I did today, and it was all worth it. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, in a tradition that has bridged generations of Celtic players, number 32 goes to the rafters.
My number's going up for people I played with, went to war with, and fought with. And my sons are pulling it up, my little daughter and Red Auerbach, my mother and my wife there. That really meant a lot. I mean, here you're doing something that's a culmination of which has been an unbelievable ride. It's like a fairy tale ride. And it's culminating with people that you care the most about helping you put that banner up there. And, you know, I tell you what, I can guarantee every time I come to this building, I'll look up there and look at it.
A lot of threes on that banner.
I remember his first practice with Celtics. I thought, well, I'm going to kill this guy today, because he came in late. Went in there about the first 2 or 3 times. He blocked my shot, and I thought, you know, we're give this guy a little bit more respect. I mean, he actually blocked my shot the first 2 times I went in there, and I thought, boy, this guy can play defense. Well, come to find out, he's a great defensive player, but he's a heck of a lot better scorer.
He's the type of guy that you find yourself watching him. You know, what is he going to do next? You know, because he, like I said, he has so many moves around the basket. And you got to realize Kevin McHale didn't believe in passing the ball back out once he got it. So he's doing these unbelievable moves over 2 and 3 people.
I don't think you can sum up in any amount of time what it's like being a Celtic. I suppose just an immense pride, willingness to do whatever it takes to win, playing hurt, playing when you didn't feel like it, and playing for the best organization that there's ever been. I mean, it's just... Larry said it best. I think he said, if you didn't play for the Celtics, I'm not sure you ever played basketball.
Kevin McHale, such a smooth talker, such a easy talker. His speech, his language, it just comes so natural. He's so talented at that. He really is. And Red alluded to that. And he was spot on. Kevin McHale, one of the greatest to ever play the game, both sides of the floor. Again, Boston Celtics had a lot of both sides of the floor as players, but some of the best footwork, some of the best post moves you will ever see comes from Kevin McHale, the Black Hole. The Black Hole. He was fresh to death too. Dressed good. Everybody else was dressed good. I don't know what was Bird wearing. Everybody had on some type of, you know, darkish tone for the most part. Suit, you know, kind of thingamajig, and Larry was rocking some exotic stuff. Boy, I see you, Bird. I see you, Bird. But yeah, Kevin McHale's fantastic, man. They struck gold with that guy. They really did. All right, let's get into Robert Parrish. Also, the Boston Celtics organization, you know what? I'll get into it later.
They formed the greatest front court in the history of professional basketball.
That's a hell of a front court.
Together, they led the Celtics to 3 NBA championships and 5 trips to the NBA Finals. They are each future Hall of Famers. And as teammates for 12 years, it is only appropriate that their numbers will share the same banner above the floor forever. At this time, please welcome Kevin McHale, who will be making a special presentation to Robert. Thank you, Kevin. And now, Larry Bird will be presenting Robert with a special gift with an inscription that reads, "For your banner years in Boston and your tenacious style of play as the Iron Man of the NBA, for an invaluable role you played as the ultimate team player, for your unparalleled contributions to the Boston Celtics history, we thank you and congratulate you."
Double O, baby. Double O agent. Double O agent. Chief.
Ladies and gentlemen, together once again on the parquet floor, the Big Three.
That's a cool moment. Yeah, it is. Look at that front court. So much versatility. Size.
Thank you, Larry. Thank you, Kevin, for all the great years. Right now, I'd like to bring up the leprechaun of this organization. He's the only one that has participated in each of the Celtics' 16 NBA championships.
That's crazy.
Today marks his 21st retirement ceremony, and he's responsible for orchestrating the trade that brought Robert Parrish to Boston. Ladies and gentlemen, Red Auerbach.
Let's see, what year did Red Auerbach pass away? He passed away in 2006.
And now Red will be presenting a special gift to Robert that is inscribed with the following. You left an indelible mark on the parquet while high above the rim. You set the standards. Congratulations on the raising of 00 to the rafters.
Thank you, Tommy. Isn't it wonderful to see Robert Parrish smile? He was so intense before and after a game that you could see the wheels spinning. He never cracked a smile. You know, he's one of the few ball players in all my experiences that was so well liked, not only by his teammates, but liked and respected by his opponents. One exception.
Bill Lambier.
One exception. And this exception was the only time I got mad at him. This exception was the bad man from Detroit.
I figured.
Who Parrish knocked on his... I was mad because the guy got up.
That would not fly today, that comment. Social media would be so upset.
You're honoring Parrish. If ever a guy ever deserved it, naturally was he. I would like to repeat one more time, as Tommy just said at the beginning, Robert Parrish not only came to play, he came to win. And I know that he'll be a winner his whole life, and I want to join with all of you in wishing him the very best for what he does in the future. Thank you very much.
The man of the hour, Robert Parrish.
Thank you. Thank you. I want to, first of all, thank the Boston Celtics for this day. It's an honor and a privilege, and I'm definitely flattered by the acknowledgement of having my number retired and raised in the rafters with the other great Celtics. I've spent 14 glorious years here in Boston. It was a great time. I enjoyed it. Very special. Also, I'd like to thank all the coaches that I've had out through my career, especially my junior high school coach, because without his persistence, I wouldn't be standing here today. Because growing up, I never liked basketball, and believe it or not, but my junior high school coach was so persistent and kept after me until I came out for the team, had a couple of tryouts, and started to like it just a little bit. Also, I'd like to thank my chiropractor. Yes, the body is not what it used to be. And I'd like to thank a very special thanks to my martial arts instructor who taught me patience and pause and focus.
I ain't know this fool took martial arts. Hot be damn, boy, hot be damn.
Also, another special thanks to Ed Lissert, which is one of the best trainers in the league. To all my great teammates I've had to making this day possible, thank you. Made my job a lot easier. And I definitely want to thank my accountant. Thank you very much. And I would like to thank my family and my best friend, Clifford Ray. When I first came to the league in 1976, he took me under his wings and taught me all about work ethic, taking your job seriously, taking care of yourself. So I want to thank him. Also, I'd like to thank my mother and father for what I am and who I am today.
That's real. That's real. I love it. I love his mom. Go ahead, girl. Looking good. Looking fly. I love her reaction.
Also, I want to thank my girl, Michelle, for unconditional support and patience. Been very patient with Robert Parrish. Thank you. And certainly, last but not least, I want to thank you, the fans. I want to definitely give you a very special thanks because you have supported me when I was playing well, wasn't playing well, when I was with another team. Your support has been unconditional. Thank you very much.
And now, in a tradition that has bridged generations of Celtic legends, Red Auerbach and Robert Parrish will hoist another number to the rafters.
She's got a cool, chill demeanor. Dude just seemed always cool as hell. Go ahead now. Double O agent, baby.
It's halftime in Boston. The Celtics leading the Pacers by 1. We'll send it back for the second half right after these messages.
Robert Parrish, the Chief. A true anchor to that team. And I've watched a lot of videos of him put his work in. He be putting his work in. No nonsense kind of guy. All about his work ethic. All about his work. And played phenomenally for those guys. Held them down in major playoff series. Seriously. Robert Parrish is the real deal, man. Pay homage. Pay homage. All right, next video. DJ and others discuss Larry Bird's ceremony. Let's get into it.
Edition of Celtics Weekly. It'll begin at 7 o'clock on the 15th for 1 hour, and during that show, I'll have a chance to talk in depth, one-on-one with Larry Bird. And then at 8 o'clock, we will replay Larry's original retirement press conference.
Whatever you hear from now to next year or the next years or whatever, I will not be coming back to play basketball. I discussed it with my doctors, and they assured me that this is the right decision, and it's something that had to be done.
It was very emotional. I knew it was very emotional for Larry. It was a very, very long evening, and you try just to hold in your emotions to get through the evening. And I thought it went well. I had reflections on when number 10 went in the rafters, but I was very, very proud of the fact that Larry went out very, very dignified, and he was a great player for him.
You know, that club, the 81 team, we were so close, and a lot of us have gone our own ways, and some of them I hadn't seen for about 8 years, and it's just great to get with everybody and be able to spend 4 or 5 days up here. And, you know, this is an area that I had a whole lot of fun, a lot of great memories. But I always tease Bird. I said, you know, Larry, I got the last Kentucky scholarship, and you were supposed to go there. I was drafted before you because you were junior eligible, and then I started in front of you, but he's made a whole lot more money than I ever made. Well, I live in Lexington, Kentucky right now. I just bought a home in Louisville, Kentucky. I'm in business back there in the allergy relief products. I've got retail stores in Louisville, Lexington, Florence, Kentucky, and Clay City, Kentucky. So I'm just back there in the bluegrass working.
I think to the tribute that they put on, I don't know anything else that could surpass it. You know, for a person getting their number retired, this was the ultimate. 2.5 hours of listening to people tell stories that when people really came to hear about Larry. I think it was great. It really was. I did have a great time. I mean, I've known Larry for a long time, and anything I could do that'll hopefully pay him back for all the time he's given me on the court is only minimal.
I'm a little bit dumbfounded by it. It was interesting as they had both Irvin and Larry up there to realize you've watched two of the greatest players that ever played the game. I almost went into tears, and then when it was over, I'm a little more emotional than Larry. I cried because it's officially over. But he was duly recognized by the organization, and when it's all said and done, the Olympics duly recognized him as one of the greatest players to ever play. As a wordsmith for a guy who came in the league who barely talked when he got here, I think everybody who was a part of this tonight and through other media will understand that Larry truly appreciated being a part of the organization and felt that the fans were the thing that catapulted him to be one of the greatest players to ever play.
There's very little promotion with this organization. There's no gimmicks, there's no tricks, there's no dancing girls. Although I did see a dog and frisbee show here last weekend. But to have everybody come and sit down and listen to people talk and have the energy level, the excitement level as high as it was, just an incredible moment. And give the operations department of the Boston Celtics, Todd Rosenzweig and Jeff Twiss and Dave Zaccaro, an incredible kudo here because they did it tonight. I'm just really glad that Red Auerbach took that call when I called him at the end of the 85 season. And I knew that I had to get to a championship season or championship team because I was unable to do it myself. And so I looked around and I said, I got to get on Larry Bird's back. And I tell you, I'm the one who's responsible for that back going bad. I'm a heavy load. I hear people talking about, you know, God, I wish Magic and Larry would come back and play again. Those people are greedy. There's nothing left there. Just let them be themselves, let them move on to the next step, which will be even greater in my opinion, because that's just the type of people they are.
Two competitors who are crazy about winning, who knew nothing else but winning. And but then on the other side of that, you got two guys who are friends, who share everything, you know. Connor, Dinah, we talk about family, and we talk about how mom and how's EJ, and then he tell me about his new daughter he just adopted, and we talk about things other people don't get to talk about with Larry because we're friends, see? And like tonight he said, okay, you got to ride over with me.
The Celtics, 2.5 hours. I reacted to the Larry Bird ceremony at the Garden. That's incredible, man. And, you know, it's probably most people 2.5 hours are like, oh, it's just ready to go. It's like, no, I need more. Let's do more. But, hey, fitting for who some people would say the greatest Celtics player of all time. Other people might say Bill Russell. Me, personally, I got Larry Legend. The Boston Celtics organization really, of what it appears to me, I don't know if they still do this to this day, but definitely back in the 80s and 90s, They do great contributions and ceremony. I guess contributions ain't the right word, but they do amazing ceremonies for their players, especially ones that meant a lot to the franchise and did a lot for the franchise. I feel like they really take care of them and really send them off appropriately into the next chapter of their life. It's what I've seen from the Celtics organization to the players, where they shared so many years together. It's been nothing short of amazing. I don't know if they still do it. I guess outside of really Paul Pierce, who spent the majority of his career with Boston. You're talking about the guy that was the face of the franchise for God knows how long. Did they do a proper send-off for PP? For Pierce? I know Garnett, Ray Allen, I know that they came together, brought the first championship back in many, many years, but they weren't there nearly as long as Pierce. Pierce did get the finals MVP, though I think Kevin Garnett was the better player, but you know how that goes. Rest in peace to Red Auerbach, man. He was still looking good in 1998 when he was up there. He was looking good, and he passed away 8 years after that. It's kind of sad. He passed away in 2006, and he was just, 2 years off, depending on depending on where it was on the calendar, but 2 years off from them winning another championship in 2008. I wish Red would have been still around to see that happen. I know that would have meant a lot to him. It's great to see these guys get their jersey numbers retired. And one of the most storied franchises in not just NBA history, but sports history. All right. Y'all let me know what you think about it. If you can add more context to this, please let me know. Dutch T, yet again, I appreciate you. Like, comment, subscribe, y'all. Hit that ba-da-ding bell, and catch you on the next one. We out, baby.